All right. So welcome everybody. A little live for you. So today I wanted to talk about the power of knowing and the power of creation. And so it's interesting. Normally I normally my body normally is not really an issue. And this since last night, I have had this insane, like pounding headache. And I've been asking, is it mine? I get no. I'm like, okay, return to sender. And I'm like, oh, something, the island was fun. It looked amazing, Chantal. So, I kind of wanted to have a conversation about the power of knowing, along with how you can use that to your advantage to create, but really the power of creation. And so here's a little, I wouldn't even call it a secret because it's a totally universal, I think it's a universal fact, is that the more that you choose, so the more that you choose to, wake up every morning and get into action, or wake up every morning and go exercise. So if you took two people, and my bangs are bugging me, and if you took two people and every day they woke up and they both were like, I don't really want to get out of bed. My bed's so comfortable. I love sleeping. And you take one person and they put on their running shoes every day and they go for a walk, or they go for a run, or they do some sort of exercise. And then you take the other person who's like, oh, I can't move. Today's going to be a hard day. What do you think those two people's lives are going to look like at the end of 6 months? Right? Pretty different, I think. And so their circumstances aren't any different. Their choices that they have available to them aren't any different, but their action and how they choose to act every day is different. And so the power of knowing, hello, everybody. Good morning, sweet Krista. Well, I guess it's afternoon now. It's morning for you. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Geraldine. So it's like, we so often think that there's like some secret sauce or something or some formula that we're missing when it comes to creating our dreams, creating our future, being successful in business, maybe being successful in relationship, maybe being successful in your marriage. And I got to say, the thing that makes you successful is, one, your point of view, right? But two, what makes you successful is your willingness to take action, to act, to keep going. Yeah, the power of choice. What perspective do you choose to live from and with? Exactly. And so, my friends, we all have the same resources available to us. Some of you might have more money in your bank account, some of you might have less, but that doesn't mean your choices are less. It's the way that you're willing to see your choices that really, truly creates a difference. And so if I know that no matter what it takes, no matter how long it takes me, no matter what, I'm going to have a certain quality of life, am I going to be able to create that life? Now, if I wake up and I'm like, I don't know, it's going to be hard. I don't have money in my bank account. I don't have the same advantage point. I don't have the same success. Am I going to be able to create it as easily? Not so much. And so here's what I want to say. And I did a Facebook Live yesterday. And if you guys didn't watch it, I highly recommend going to watch it because it's some pretty powerful ahas and moments in it. But what I will say is that if you trust you and you ask for whatever it is you desire, so more consciousness on the planet, a greater earth, maybe you're aware of all the things that are happening on the planet that might need a contribution, right? Now, this isn't about us going, I know better than the earth does. This is about us co-creating a different reality. So, if I had the point of view like, well, I'm going to create this business no matter what it looks like, no matter what it takes, but I have a point of view that I have to force it into existence versus create with it. It's a totally different place to function from. So the power of knowing, if you are an infinite being and you know anything is possible, Are you asking for the things, or are you asking for things and allowing the possibilities to show up? Or are you rejecting the possibilities, resisting the possibilities, reacting to the possibilities, finding excuses why the possibilities can't happen? So the power of knowing is knowing that you are a potent, capable being and you can have anything you want. Are you allowing yourself to receive it? Do you guys know? Are you allowing yourself to receive it? So type yes in the comments if you're allowing yourself to receive it. Type no in the comments if you're not allowing yourself to receive it. And then if you feel so bold, type in the comments, what is it you've been asking for that hasn't yet shown up? And I'll remember Dr. Dane here, the co-founder of Access, he says, it never shows up the way you think it's going to, right? And if you guys haven't checked out his book, he wrote an amazing book called Being You, Changing the World. It changed my life. It's changed thousands of people's lives all over the planet. And if you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend checking it out. You can go to accessconsciousness.com, Being You, Changing the World by Dr. Dane here, or you can go to Amazon. Amazon, everything shows up at Amazon. So Janet says, I'm a yes with a lie. Say more, Janet. So are you allowing yourself to receive what you're asking for? She says, I'm a yes with a lie. Krista says, yes, no, sometimes. Ha, ha, ha. Right. Wow. Chantal says health. Okay. So this, yeah. Oh, Chantal's asking for more health. Yes. Oh, Heather says, yes, in my magical new man. Okay. So Heather, that energy, right? That's the energy of someone who gets really excited and they're like, yes, I'm going to create it. Yes, I'm going to have it. Yes, I'm going to choose it. Okay. So let's say it's been 2 months. How do you still trust and know that you can have that? Ooh, Chantel says, I don't believe I can receive it with the health. So guess what you'll create? You're like, I need to focus on my health. I need to focus on my health. I need to focus on my health, but I don't believe I can change my health. That is the greatest way to constantly judge you and make you wrong. Wow. Yeah, so Janet says, I don't fully allow full receiving. So what does full receiving mean to you? And what if you were willing to receive? Woo-wee. Oh, yeah. Wow. Janet says, I'm going to get fully jazzed about receiving. Well, here's the deal, Janet. It's not even just jazz, because here's the deal. How many of you think you have to be like, to receive the possibilities you're asking for? Now, short term, that works. But over time, we're like, oh, it's not showing up. Maybe I should have a different energy. Or, oh, it's receiving is, are you willing to be an allowance of all of it? Sad, depressed, angry, mad, happy, joyful, jazzed, excited. It doesn't matter what energy you're being if you're willing to receive it all. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, Heather. So Heather says, I often get discouraged, but I work towards clearing the discouragement to get the magical energy back. Wow. Wow. And so here's the deal. You don't need to get the magical energy back. You just need you, and you need to know that you can make it happen. And so I love what you said earlier, Heather, or you said, I often get discouraged, but I clear the discouragement. Yeah, because here's the deal. Does being discouraged light a fire under your ass to to create more. And so I'm not sure if I can put words to this, but there's an energy I've been looking at for a long time about manifesting, actualizing, allowing things to come to fruition, feeling like you're missing something, wanting to have it, getting excited about having it, and then you'll hang on to the excitement until you've decided you've waited long enough, and then it stops or it hasn't shown up, and then you go into the frustration or the disappointment or the discouraged, right? Yeah, and I'm sorry that I don't know who you are, but I love your name, Majo Asp C. I feel like I have to do in order for it to show up. I get confused how to be. Right. So there's two things. There's doing, which is getting into action. But if you get into action with the point of view underneath that it'll never happen, doesn't matter how much action you take. You have to get into action with the knowing that it's possible. And so I love when Heather says to get the magical energy back, it's like, so I'm going to see if I can put words to this, because if you get this, especially Heather, if you get this, this is going to be really cool. So you'll start with like, ooh, a relationship, and you're like, oh my God, I can only imagine the man that's coming in my life. Oh my God, he's going to be so kind. We're going to create greater together. Oh my gosh, we're going to be able to go on trips. Oh, I'm going to have somebody who like loves and adores and honors, respects me, and I get to contribute to them and they get to contribute. Oh my God, that feels so good. Yeah, baby, what would it take? And then guess what? Over time, we start to go, oh, but maybe I'm too much, or maybe I should lose weight first, or maybe I need to change who I am, or maybe, and we start to put all of these judgments on top of just the sensation of, oh man, it would feel so good to be honored and with a relationship right now. Whoa. And then time goes by and we're like, oh man, I keep trying to be excited, but it's not showing up. Did I do something wrong? Oh man, I keep trying to be excited, but it's still not showing up. Is there something I need to be or do different? Oh man, it's still not showing up. Maybe I should tone down my ask, or, oh man. So all of a sudden we go through life and we start to put all of these judgments on top of our ask. And here's the other thing I want to talk about is we'll get in this excitement, and all of a sudden, like, let's say this is day 1 of excitement. Well, on day 30, are you the same person you were as on day 1? But you're acting as if you're the same person. What if you've completely changed your perspective, your point of view? What if some things about your life have changed? So you actually want to invite the energy from a new ask. I don't know how else to say that, but invite the energy from a new ask. Cool. So Heather, what if you started to acknowledge the difference you were every day and invite the energy of, oh man, today, what would it feel like to have that partner? And so you let this into your body as if, right? As if you know it's coming true. You don't care when, you don't care who, you don't care how, as long as it's a match. Aha. And then it's about the adventure of what you require. So Dawn says, yes, I keep choosing and receiving everything contributing. My vision 25-acre holistic wellness center with facilities for sexually, physically abused women to come heal and restore their wholeness, working with horses, art, gestalt, etc. I feel like I'm running out of time. So that right there kills the vision, Dawn. Rather than, like, for me, I look at, the no judgment diet and seeing, the planet out of judgment with themselves. Right. Geraldine says, wow, I keep using my age as a reason. I'm 62. Right. Like, I could use my age as a reason. I'm in my 40s. You guys can guess. Okay. And it's like, I could easily be like, oh man, it's too late. I'm too old. And you're like, Katherine, I wish I would have started in my 40s. And you might be in your 50s, you might be in your 60s, you might be in your late 40s. It's like, Start wherever you are. And so that dawn, like, yes, I love your vision. And then when you say I keep running out of time, is that yours? Is that something that was instilled in you as a little kid? Right? And so noticing that I'm running out of time is there. Notice how much it kills the joy of your vision. And so if you could go, oh my gosh, my vision, my 25 acres, oh my God, I can't wait to have it. It's so exciting. Holy cow. And you can see the people riding on the horses. You can see the women who've been abused starting to wake up and feel more like themselves and get really excited. Then if you can hang on to the excitement of the possibility rather than the wrongness that you're running out of time. The excitement, it may not create the center you've decided you need, but it will create something that will give you the energy of what you're asking for. Ah, yeah. Is that an aha? Yes. If it's an aha, thumbs, likes, hearts, whatever you guys like. Heather says it is coming true whenever, and I'll be really happy if he showed up right away. Exactly. And so every day, if you can imagine feeling the sensation of having him show up, feeling the sensation of, all that stuff. And you're like, oh man, like I always like whenever I'm going on a trip, I always get so excited right before the trip. And I'm like, oh, what am I going to create? What am I going to see? Who's going to show up to classes? What's going to get created? How's the planet going to change? And it's like the excitement, the excitement, the excitement. So enjoying the excitement instead of focusing on that it's not yet here. Yes. Yeah, it's like this sense of urgency. I will hang on to the excitement. Thank you. Yeah. So whose freaking urgency? Yours? And how much is that urgency? Does that expand your vision or does the sense of urgency contract your vision? Whenever we create a sense of urgency around something, is it light and expansive or does it contract the possibility? More often than not, it contracts the possibility. So that's kind of all I got for you guys today. Just wanted to come on here, talk about it. Next week, we've got some really cool stuff happening. We've got the taster on Are You Too Big for This Reality? So everywhere you've decided you're too much, you're too big, you're too bold, you're too much of a bulldozer, you're too old, you're too young, you're too whatever, we are going to do a live Zoom where you can come on, ask me any question you want. It's going to be 2 hours unless I fry you before the 2 hours is up. And then we're diving in next weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, into opening the door to what else is possible. We're going to do 3 days of Are You Too Big for This Reality? Yeah, Dawn says, oh my gosh, the sense of urgency isn't mine, it's others. Exactly. So my friends, you got this. That's all I got to say. You got this. You are magic. Thank you so much for joining. And I hope this contributed into your world today. Just a little bit of possibility, a little bit of magic. And, you know, I think I would just say, don't make yourself wrong for the fact that it hasn't shown up yet. Ask more questions and get into the energy of what would expand your world. So that's all I got for you. And we'll see you mañana, another time, another day, another place. Happy Thursday, and we'll see you guys. And if this contributed to you, please feel free to comment. Please tell us how it did. Oh, you're so welcome, Geraldine. Cecilia says, oof. So if you'd like to share this on Facebook or on a wall or on social media or on YouTube, please feel free. So glad you guys joined us, and we will not making yourself wrong that hasn't shown up. You're not wrong. You're just gathering information, my friends. You're not wrong. I adore you. Cheers to the magic, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.